Well, hello. I didn't think we would be meeting under these conditions, but hey, when life throws a curveball your way, you just got to take it. I followed all the rules, at least what I thought were all the rules, and I still got laid off from my job. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Natasha Marie, but we're friends now, so you could just call me Natasha. And I got laid off from my six-figure corporate job February 13th, 2026. It was a normal work day. My boss was on vacation. Actually, in fact, he gave us reassurance like the week before that everything was good, headcount was looking healthy in our organization. So I wasn't expecting anything of the sort of this like call that came on Friday the 13th of all days. Like, really? It was around like 9:30 in the morning. We all got a email from a higher up person in the company, somebody we don't actually ever interact with, and it just said mandatory meeting. There was no body to the invite, nothing else in the subject, and actually the way the invites were sent, you didn't see anybody else on it. It just looked like it was a one-on-one invite. Quickly, my coworkers and I started messaging each other to see who got on this invite, and we all realized that, at least in our organization of the UX team, we were all the remote employees who got the invite, and our in office employees did not know about this meeting. But we had 30 minutes to rack our brains. I mean, it was pretty clear that it was going to be some type of organizational change. I've had like an inkling just based off of some changes in the past year, past 18 months, that they were going to one day address us remote workers. But based on how it's been handled in the past, I really thought that they were just going to tell us that we need to relocate to the headquarters by a certain date, or we could take a package to leave. So it was not expected that on the call they would say that our roles were being eliminated and that our last day was effective the day they were telling us. And I was recording this moment because, like I said, I had that inkling. I posted it on TikTok and some people thought it was fake. So I'm just gonna like really put in like super, super fast time, the real thing. So you know that it wasn't fake. Like that was real shock, real distraughtness, real tears, of just finding out that my entire livelihood was going to be coming to an end in, well, that day, and then would have like 2 months remaining pay. I'm currently 3 weeks post layoffs. And it's definitely just been a bit of a trying time for me. However, I'm really trying to look at this time as a gift and really take advantage of the time that's fallen into my lap all of a sudden and not having the responsibilities of a 9 to 5 right now. Maybe there's other things that I've wanted to pursue that I put on the back burner and because I just couldn't be consistent with it or juggle with my job. But it's just kind of crazy to even like rack my brain around that because when I said that I follow the rules, I was a top 5 student in high school. I graduated number 4 in my graduating class. I then went to the University of Florida, a top engineering school, and I got my bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. And immediately after graduating, I went to a Fortune 100 company and worked in research and development. I was there for 5, 6 years, and then I moved to the current job that I've had. I was always a hard worker. I didn't cause a fuss. I would put myself out there for promotions, but if I got any pushback, I kind of just let it be because I was like, I don't want to get on people's bad side. And is the juice really worth the squeeze? Like, I'm just happy to be gainfully employed. And it's not that I didn't want those promotions. There was just so much going on. I wasn't happy in the environment I was in. I was feeling targeted by past managers, and I was just really trying to keep my head down and just do good quality work that I know that I could do and really just enjoy my weekends when I was able to and, put away my money in my savings, take some trips, see some friends, and I was like, I guess this is my life for the next 40 years. And I come from a Jamaican household. Education has been the only thing that I've been told to prioritize in my life. A traditional corporate job is, the goals that I was told to strive for. Like my initial thoughts getting that news about the layoff was like, what am I going to do? Like, I need to find a job. I literally posted on LinkedIn probably within 2 hours, really trying to like set myself up. And a part of me was a little bit naive because everyone was talking to me so highly and favorably and being like, oh, you're going to be good. You'll find a job. Like, you'll be fine. And I know it's only been 3 weeks, but I literally haven't heard from any recruiters. Like the job market right now, especially in the field of user research, is bleak. And there's been other layoffs since with other companies that like, people with my role title, and there's just not enough jobs currently on the market to get everybody who's overly qualified, to be honest, employed. So it's definitely been a trying few weeks. I've been going through the different emotions of it all. And really, like the first week, I was just on LinkedIn 24/7. Okay, that's a little bit dramatic, but like 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. So was just getting only a few hours of sleep because I would just see 500 applicants, 1,000 applicants, like the number of people applying for jobs that I was like, oh, I need to honestly catch when the job is just posted because I need to be the first person or the first 10 people to apply to get a chance. And that hasn't really been working either. Like, again, I've gotten only 2 official rejection emails, and then the rest is just radio silence. Like, I feel like my resume is going into a black hole, never to see the light of day again. Yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out what to do next as I apply. Like, I'm still going to keep applying for jobs. It's obviously not as stable depending on your career line of work as like when my parents were working, but I still want to be able to have a corporate job and be able to pursue all my other passion interests. So one of the things that I've wanted to do for the longest time is YouTube. And I've been a consumer of YouTube from my preteen age, watching all the OG beauty influencers, the vloggers, also the when YouTube like had no rules, like shoes and all the weird videos that used to be out. I posted videos when I was a teenager on YouTube on a different account that have all been removed, so don't go and try and find them. But what the kids are doing today, I probably should have just kept at it. Maybe I would have made it by now. You never know. Whatever. It's all in the timing of life, right? Like what's meant for you, what's meant to happen will happen when it needs to happen. And I'm a true believer of that. And honestly, I just feel like this is just very pivotal. Like I've read so many stories of women in their 30s and their 40s really just taking a hard pivot in their career where something happens and then they just kind of finally go after their dreams and they make it. Like they actually make it happen. So that's what I'm doing. I mean, I want the corporate job, but at the same time, I just want to be happy and I don't want to have stress in my life. And I want to see the output match my input. And I know that I'm going to put 110% into the things I'm truly passionate about. And I can only hope that it comes back to me tenfold. We'll see though. Why I'm motivated to just make this work is because I don't want to leave Florida. Like all my family is here. When I was living in Cincinnati for 6 years, like all I could think about was getting back to Florida. And then I moved to Boston and I said, whoa, we went way too far north. And so my job that let me go afforded me the ability to be in Florida. Like my parents are in their 70s. I help take care of them. And so I don't want to leave. And I'm like looking at jobs that are still remote, but those are a dime a dozen. And like my field just isn't that big in Florida. So I'm getting definitely really creative in the job search, getting really creative in what roles that I look for and what skills would read as transferable, even if it's not my same exact job title. But I can't leave anything off the table in terms of what's going to work, what's going to afford me the life that I want to have, the retirement that I want to have, and being able to take care of those that are near and dear to me. There's things that I already have the ball rolling on. So, me and my best friend, Lisa, we have a podcast called the Bedrock Club where we just talk about the stuff we see on TikTok, stuff we see just on the internet, threads, and obviously reality TV. We've really been yapping it up about Love is Blind over the last couple of weeks. And that's just been a fun outlet to again, just hang out with my best friend, chat, build community in that way. And yeah, but I also wanted to just see what I can do on my own. And, sometimes they say like either shit or get off the pot. I have all the content equipment over the years. I've filmed videos that are just collecting pixel dust in my hard drive. And I'm actually just finally ripping the band-aid off because I have no excuse. Like, I always said that time was my excuse. And not having it because of my job, and now I don't have that job right now. So let me take full advantage of the time that I do have. I'm probably a little bit more optimistic about this than I should be, but I think you do need a little bit of Delulu in life to get what you want because anxiety is the thief of action. And I've had a lot of it, and thank God I went to therapy last year because I can't afford it right now. And she really just instilled in me that I'm that bitch. No, she didn't say that, but that was my takeaway of it all. But no, she was just like, you're fully capable, likable, you have a good head on your shoulders. You just kind of need to get out of your own way. So this is me getting out of my own way. And then the other thing I'm going to be doing is actually starting personal training certification because I really love fitness. Like this week, I went to Soul Cycle F45. I did a hot yoga class and I ran a 5K. And that's not like my normal weeks, but I just love moving my body and I don't necessarily follow a program per se, but I do want to learn for myself the fundamentals around strength training and nutrition. And I want to be able to provide that information to you guys. So also follow along if you want to just hear about like my wellness side of things and fitness side of things. And I'll be definitely posting content related to that. And then the last thing is, I mean, I just love beauty. Like, if my room wasn't a complete disaster behind me, I would show you all my makeup and skincare. I'm going to Sephora and Ulta Beauty World this year. I bought those tickets before I got laid off, and the trip's pretty much paid for. So I'm still gonna go. One, I didn't buy any trip deposits. Maybe a lesson to be learned there, but it is what it is. I'm going to be going, trying to have some fun. And so I will definitely be posting about that on this channel as well as my TikTok. TikTok is where I started. I started there a few months ago. I'm just getting a bit more consistent with it now. And then I was like, I'm a yapper. If you haven't been able to tell already, like I yap. So I really feel like YouTube long form is probably going to be where I really shine. And I'm going to be doing makeup reviews, product reviews of all the things that I get from Ulta Beauty World and Sephora. And I am, like I said, a chemical engineer, which I mean, I just understand science. I like to understand how things work. And so I'll definitely be giving some like detailed product breakdowns. Like, are things really worth your money? Because until I start making money again, I'm going to be so conscious of what I'm really spending my money on. So I'll be also making videos just about budgeting, how I saved enough to, I think, be so calm right now in this situation. I do have, I want to say a large savings, but enough for maybe 3 months, 6 months. If I really cut back on the spending, yeah, I'm here to just kind of show it all, just be myself here on my little pixel of the internet. I know there's so many creators, so if you have made it this far to my channel, I just want to say thank you. I'm so glad that you are here with me, and I just can't wait to see what we do here together. Bye.